My name's Manda, and I'd like to tell you about my daughter, Emily, when she was diagnosed with Kawasaki Disease when she was 3. We were playing when I was getting her ready for bed. I was giving her tickles, and I got her just round the neck and that little sweet spot round her neck, and she started crying. And I got really upset because I thought I'd hurt her. And then I realised that she's probably just tired. The next morning when she woke up, she couldn't get out of bed. I tried to pick her up and she was like a board, and she was absolutely hysterical, and I thought something's not right here. So I said, listen, I think we need to go and see the doctor. And when I saw her, she said, I don't like the look of this. She's got a temperature, she's got this red lump on her neck, we're not happy. All kinds of things got mentioned on that day. They tested her they talked about toxic shock syndrome, they talked about meningitis, they talked about leukemia, and they came and took blood, they gave her antibiotics intravenously. There was a never-ending supply of people around her bed for about 10 hours, and then ultimately they said, we think it's viral. When I got home that night, I put her to bed and I couldn't sleep because my brain was just racing. So I picked up the discharge notes that we'd been given and I started reading through them. The diagnosis, the Kawasaki disease, came up as a diagnosis on Google. And I read it and I thought, no, it's not that. She hasn't got any of those symptoms. I noticed that she had a really angry red rash all over her body, in the groin area, on all around her back. And first thing when I see the rash was meningitis. And then somewhere in the back of my mind, I thought, I read something last night that had a red rash. But anyway, I phoned the hospital, explained about the rash. They asked me to bring her straight back in. I looked at her in the bed and I noticed that she had got red eyes, really, really bright red eyes. And I thought, I've read these symptoms somewhere before. So I went back through again, and there it is again. It's Kawasaki disease and it's coming up. And I sat and watched her over the next 6 hours, literally develop every symptom line by line. We waited 2 or 3 days at home, and I got a call off Alder Hay asking me to bring Emily in. And we were in Alder Hay for 20 minutes, and she said, it's refractory Kawasaki disease. We've literally just had somebody leave last week with Kawasaki disease. We've seen it, we've treated it, we know what it is. You're in the right place. Within 24 hours, she was a completely different child. The difference in her was incredible. She was sitting up in bed. We saw her first genuine smile in over two and a half weeks at that point. And she was a totally different kid. Fortunately for Emily, she didn't have any long-term effects. We were seen for 2 years outside of that. So we were 2.5 years, I think, in our journey before we were officially discharged. I'm just so pleased that she's come out of this the well-rounded teenage miracle that she is. I just wish she'd wash the dishes more. That was in 2011. She's now 15, she's happy, she's healthy, and I thank my lucky stars every day that my GP spotted something and sent us to the hospital, and that Alder Hay were able to basically help her and get us that treatment.